Cello, 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 Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to another weekly oracle reading for June 15th. So happy to have you guys here. Let's call in all the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, highest guides, creature teachers, elementals, loved ones in spirit. Come on into this space to give us the clarity and guidance that we need to really succeed and move forward in our path this week. All right, I'm feeling my favorite Ciro Marchetti, Tarot of Dreams today. So let's see what this deck has to say. Hope you guys are surviving, thriving, doing well, enjoying the sunshine and the good weather that we have been having. At least I've been having it here in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. Not sure about you guys, but hoping that you have it as well. All right, the card that we have today, this week, is Three of Coins. I love this card. It's all about resources. Let's talk about resources this week. So what I'm feeling here, the message is for all of us to really pay attention to the resources that we have and the work that we need to put behind making those resources work for us. In this card, there's a lot of energy around what is it that I want to create and how do I want to bring it into life, into form. And I feel like there's a lot of energy this week for all of us around thoughts becoming things. And this is referring to situations, experiences, choices that were made a while ago that are now starting to come to fruition. And what I'm feeling is it's not so much that you're seeing the end result. This is the beginning of it. This is the creation of it. But what you're seeing is movement towards getting the project started. And the thing that's come into my mind is I just, fairly recently in the quarantine, picked up crocheting and learned how to crochet while I'm, binge watching Netflix at night. I'm crocheting. And when you first start a project in crocheting, you've got this long string of yarn and you've got this one little needle and you think, okay, I don't know how this project is going to turn out. And I chose right off the bat, because this is just me, go big or go home, I chose to do a ginormous blanket for my first project. Maybe not the best choice for the first time, but whatever, that's just me. So I start off with this, this foundation string that goes along, and I'm looking at this, and I get the first time I tried it, I get a couple of rows done, and I'm exhausted. And it took me 2.5, almost 3 hours just to sort of get that stuff done. Watching a video, going back and forth, making sure that I'm doing it right, fumbling, making all sorts of mistakes. Well, then 3 or 4 days goes by, and I've been working on it, and all of a sudden now I've actually got a solid chunk of this blanket, and I can start to see where it's going, how the creation is going to turn out. So this is what that card is about. Any things that you have, projects, ideas, dreams that you have started out on and you've taken some steps, maybe even perhaps some leaps of faith. Now you're starting to see how it's going to pan out, come to fruition. And this is also a week where you want to pay attention to any tweaks that need to be made throughout the creative process. It's okay to be learning. This is a week of learning. There is energy around. You're not always going to know exactly how things are going to work out and what you're supposed to do to make them get to that peak or that point. Even if you've got someone following you and telling you how to do it, this is experiential. Everything this week is experiential. So give yourself the permission to experience the learning process, to make mistakes, to have to undo and go back and redo in a better way, in a better form. I feel like that is a big, strong message coming through. Also, there's a lot of green in this card. Coins is also pentacles in the traditional tarot, which is earth energy, material, the realm of the material, the realm of foundational beginnings, things coming through foundationally. Again, tangible, thoughts becoming things. A thought in the head suddenly becomes something that you can actually hold in your hand. It's that energy. And what I'm feeling is it's heart-based this week. This month we've been getting a lot of heart-based, actually. This week it's that I'm healing through my heart energy, and the projects, the creativity that I am using as I'm moving forward on these projects this week are healing me through my heart space. They are healing my heart. The projects themselves are healing. I am feeling a renewed sense of self through the resources that I've got at my fingertips that I am expanding into as I'm creating these projects, as I am seeing how things are going to turn out down the road. So lots of heart healing this week. If your heart has been hurting, this is a week where you're going to start to notice that you're feeling a little better. One foot in front of the other. If there are some physical issues that you've had going on, heart, blood pressure, even blood related stuff, life force, I feel that you will notice some healing. Some changes will happen in your prognosis, in your diagnosis. Perhaps there are things that you've been doing to decrease stress. You're going to notice that as well. It's going to be positive. When you go back to that doctor and get that checkup, it's going to be a positive result. So really good messages there. All right, let's dive into an oracle reading. And I chose this week Precious Gems by Maxine Gadd. Have not pulled this deck out in a little while, and I remember when I first got it, I just loved it. It's really cool, so it was speaking to me today. All right, let's see what we need to know. Oh, Chalcedony, conversion. What I'm feeling with this is it's important for all of us this week to recognize how far we have grown, how far we have come. Even from last week to this week, last month to this month, last year to this year. And converting, the idea of conversion, it's converting when we think about measurement. You're taking, centimeters to, I suck at this, centimeters to millimeters, for example, or you're doing liters to gallons. It's math to me, folks, so I can't think of it. I just type it into Google and get the conversion. But the idea here that's coming through is you want to be looking at how far you've come. You want to do the conversion into the present moment. Here's where I was a year ago, and look at me, I'm facing a similar situation or circumstance, and I'm handling it completely differently. I've converted my approach. I've converted the way I'm measuring my abilities. I'm measuring my success. I've converted the way that I'm measuring how far I've come, my travels, my successes. Also, I'm hearing conversion of energy. So this is a really important one. This week, no matter what energy you pick up around you, and I do feel like this is a direct message, what energy you pick up around you, which means we all have to be paying attention to what we're absorbing from the individuals and the spaces that we are in. You want to convert it. Use the conversion. You want to convert it into something that you can use. So the example that's coming to mind right now is you're at work and you've got a difficult boss or a difficult coworker. And every time you have an interaction with this boss or this coworker, you get anxiety, you get stressed out, you end up leaving feeling worse than you did walking in. You end up feeling defeated or feeling like, questioning everything about yourself. Take that negative energy, take that heavy energy and convert it into something you can use. Either it's, my boss was right and I didn't do this correctly, and so I'm going to convert my energy, I'm going to focus my energy and convert it into picking up the pace, picking up the ball. If my boss is telling me, once again, for the 57,000th time, that they're unimpressed with me or they're unhappy about this or that or the other thing, but I know that this is a personality issue, I'm not going to wear what they're putting on me. Instead, I'm going to take that energy and I'm going to focus my energy into something else. Maybe it's I'm going to focus it into looking for another position in the company. Maybe it's I'm going to look for another job because I've been going through this for a long time and I can't handle it. Maybe it's I'm going to put my energy into not paying attention to that at all and continuing to do the great job that I know that I'm doing that others recognize and appreciate. So conversion, how can you convert the energy around you to make it work for you? And I'm hearing light. You want the energy to feel light, to be light around you. And in order for that to happen, you have to be that light. You've got to bring that energy. Be the change you wish to see around you. That's what this is about. So conversion, cool. What a really funky message. All right, picking a feather from the feather jar. Ooh, desire on an orange feather. I think we got something like this last week too. So sacral chakra issues are really coming up, folks. Sexuality, sensuality, creative expression and flow, and this is the seat of our emotions. What I'm feeling here is it's okay to embrace your desires, and I want to say it's time to get your freak on, peeps. You know, if you're in relationship, this is going to be a great week for all of that physical intimacy. Dive on in and enjoy it. If you are single, don't worry, it doesn't mean that you can't be left out. Take care of your own needs and have fun doing it. Focus on the physical desires that you have in your body. And I'm feeling like this is not just a message to go out and get your freak on. It's more because as you are doing that, as you're channeling that energy, having those experiences, you're also reconnecting with your body. And in order to be able to convert energy to make it work for you to feel lighter, and in order to use the creative energy, the resources to be able to create something new and bring thoughts into things, into being, in the realm of being, you have to be physically grounded, centered, connected to your body in order to make it all work. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, which means we kind of are in these meat suits. They're our physical body. Some of us like to, escape every once in a while, whether that's out of body or just being in our minds, fantasizing about things. It's a way to escape our physicality. And if you're not comfortable in your own skin, you're not really going to be able to manifest what it is that you want to bring in. You're not going to really be able to convert the energy to make it work for you. So get connected to your bodies, people. Get physical. What's that song? Let's Get Physical from the 80s. God, I can't even, I think that was Olivia Newton-John. Wow, blast from the past. But let's get physical, peeps. Step into that desire and connect with your body. If your body is not connected to all of your dreams, goals, and desires, nothing's going to happen. It doesn't matter. So connect physically with your body. Get comfortable in your own skin. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you see here, please feel free to like, subscribe, and click the bell on my YouTube channel. Also check out my Facebook page, theblackfeatherintuitive.com. I want to say that up until the end of this month, June 30th, I am offering a $5 off remote reading. So just type in remote 5, REMOTE, all capital letters, and the number 5 when you are booking. Would love to connect. Also, I have another Wine and Wisdom that will be coming out soon. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Always love sharing my crazy one, hard-fought one wisdom throughout my own life, and of course sharing a glass of vino, which is one of my favorite perks of being in this body and being in this world. Would love to share that with you guys. Thanks so much. Take care, guys. Have a great week.